every single fan here in the stadium a triple shot of espresso. They are going crazy right now after getting that interception.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Lyons. Hey, he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, USC! Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
He'll bring it out. It's Branch. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. Looking for space. It's Frazier. Breaks the tackle. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not stop chasing that ball carrier.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Handoff to the single back. That hole closed quickly, a pickup of 1 to the 15.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Back to throw, it's Stockton. Grabbed over the middle, it's Branch. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. That'll bring up 4th down.
On a big 3rd down, love the discipline by the defense there. You've got everybody with their eyes on the quarterback, rallying to the football, showing good speed on D. Nice tackle. Love the team defense.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. And you can give all the credit to the crowd for that one. Offense, no chance, and call for the false start. Georgia sends out the punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Got it near midfield. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quarterback may change this route. Running back searching for a hole. And some room to work. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down.
And winning 1st downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on 1st down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And here comes the offense on second down. With jet sweep pass. Runs through the tackle. He's stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Back to throw, it's Mayava. Under fire. And the 3rd down pass is incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On 4th down, looking to pass. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. USC 7, Georgia 0. First play of the period, 1st down here. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The short hands, it's White. There he goes! They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And he's knocked down immediately, but a good pickup on that play. And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Deep shot for the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him out.
Looking downfield, it's Mayava. Oh, they're after him. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated. He missed that connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They'll throw again after the incompletion. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And he was virtually unblockable on that play. You know, it reminds me of seeing the highlights of my partner here, David Pollock, a guy that doesn't like to talk about his own greatness, so I'll do it for him. David raised the bar in the standard for D-line play at the University of Georgia. It was his athleticism. It was his tenacity. He wasn't just getting sacks and tackles for losses. He was picking off passes and taking them to the house. He was like the honey badger before the honey badger, but playing D-line. All-time.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the 4th down.
Fields to punt and tries to help improve that field position. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 49-yard line. So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Dropping back, it's Stockton. They get to him as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completion strung together.
In 2nd and 10, he'll throw again. Got it in the middle, it's White. It's a seam wide open. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Wants to throw on 1st down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Got a man, it's Branch.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Branch. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. To the air. It's Stockton. It's complete on the right side. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. Here's a heat. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the 1st down. They'll try to get it off quickly. He wants to throw it. Right on the money. Looking for the end zone. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
Love the play call by the offense. Love drag routes down this close to the goal line. 1st down, you're just trying to get an easy completion, catch and run, walk in, score. Defense made a nice play. They made the tackle, so now you got to turn the page. You got to find something here on 2nd.
Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Trying to find the end zone. Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, Georgia.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half, with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They covered half the field with a 50-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside is 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. From the gun to give, looking for room. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They'll keep it on the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Pocket breaking down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He fires one deep down the right side. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs. The Bulldogs will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Keeping it on the ground to open the second half. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Yeah, and listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
Throws for the tight end. He makes the catch. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that is a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He might want another play. Looking for a man. It's Fox. Quickly to the tight end. Crosses the 30. He's got away. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, this offense has shown you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they've completely flipped the field.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Here we go. Trying play action. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up 3rd down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's throwing to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll try to run for it. And And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Trojans.
And I love it. I love the physicality of this offense. It's 3rd and goal. I trust my offensive line to pave the way, give the ball to my running back, and know he's going to physically punch this thing into the end zone.
Coming out with it, it's Branch. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. First play of the drive comes from the 22. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Wants to throw. It's Stockton. Finds his man. It's Branch. Out to the 32-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and that's the way to give a little start to the drive.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looking downfield on first down. Makes the catch. It's dealt. That play won't make the highlight reel except in the coaches' meetings as he works his way to the 39.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Looking for room. It's Frazier. It's a running room. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
A touch out of field goal range. They need to pick up yards quickly on third down. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. They need to get a little closer for a field goal try, and they've got to do it in a hurry. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Georgia.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. To the air, it's Stockton. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And the D chooses to bring pressure. A lot of times, big moments when you get these fourth quarters regardless, like pull the trigger, be aggressive, bring the pressure to them. They do hit the QB as he's throwing it and force the incompletion.
And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Will start from the 16-yard line. Finding open areas. There he goes. Oh, he's got some space. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
Defensively, you'll take the slow down. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop. But you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making him run to guys, and get him on the ground. For goodness sakes, this guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Home crowd not going to love it. You got to throw the ball to win this game. They do not like the play call with not a lot of time left in the game.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. To the air on 2nd down. And wings it incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
To throw, it's Fox. Finds a tight end down the gut. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
They'll run play action. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The defense uses their second timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. And the Trojans come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to power their way ahead. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be first and goal from the 8.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Off the play fake. Big fella moving. Touchdown, Trojans. And they've moved out front here on the 4th.
Big-time players make big plays in big games. Coming up with that touchdown with just seconds left in this game now gives them an opportunity to hit the extra point and make it a touchdown game. And there might be 2 more plays left. The kickoff, maybe 1 more snap with the opponent. What a massive play in a big moment.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. His drive will open from the 15. Pulled it, finds his man on the left. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. Got to get everybody lined up quickly. Time winding away, and they've got to push the ball down the field. Looking to throw, it's Stockton. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.